Hello everybody and welcome to the life of a board gamer. My name is Daniel and as
Slaven.
always
Hi.
Slaven is here and we didn't film any top lists in quite a while.
Very long
And
time.
as always I blame Baby for it because Baby is so much time and work and I just don't have that much time and work. It's cool when you have a baby, you can blame anything on a baby.
You can blame anything on a baby,
Yeah,
but
and
there were many other things.
Even
that
the
we
even the little
didn't
parts.
get. Yes.
It's the baby, it's not me. Yeah, it's fun having Baby, but that means I cannot film these top 10 lists. We cannot film these top 10 lists. And Baby is right now in some sort of like getting some regular sleep. So I will not promise anything, but I think we could make this once a month, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, let's do it. Okay, so today, as you already read in the title of this video, we are doing our top 10 games of 2018. And Slaven played much more games than me, so there will be games that I'll probably like but are not on my list because I just didn't have time to play it. It's because of the baby. So yeah, did you prepare? How was your 2018 year in gaming?
It was phenomenal. I didn't play all the games from Essen yet.
Yeah.
From the 60.
Imagine how behind I am.
I can. From 60 something games, I managed to play almost all of them, but there are still some left to play. But I had a hard time. It wasn't, we already talked about it, it wasn't a year of big hits, but there were
really a bunch of great games that it's hard to rank them.
It's hard to rank them to divulge which is the best, but there are some I made a list, so yeah.
Okay.
I liked some more than others.
So before we start this video, I asked my cat, he's somewhere around here, you might see him from time to time. I asked him who shall go first and he said Slaven should go first because he's the guest. And welcome to my new studio, filming studio.
Yes, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. Okay, wait, no. I need to have a cut and then you can go with number 10. Okay, just look at the camera. Okay, now go.
Okay, so my number 10, I played it actually.
With me?
No, you still didn't play this game. It's almost brand new. It's Pandemic.
Pandemic?
Fall of Rome.
Fall of Rome.
We played it actually, I think last week or this week. It's confusing. We loved it. It's actually quite usual Pandemic, but it has dice, it has theme. It's in the 4th century, you're defending Rome for barbarians, but there are some awesome mechanics in which you can actually ally yourself with barbarians. You don't have to eradicate them all as usual as diseases or infections, but you can ally with them and win that way. It was awesome experience and I really like it.
I don't really like Pandemic. I think it's okay game for me, except that dice game. Pandemic.
The Cure.
Pandemic. Yeah. I love that one.
I thought
just because of the dice and custom dice and everything.
I actually thought the same. I really didn't like the core Pandemic, but this one has something. You have to try and see.
Yeah.
My number 10, Pandemic, Fall
of Rome. And my number 10 is a game that I thought that I will not really like because its predecessor was an okay game to me, not a bad game, but it was just an okay game, and I really liked it because it gives more complexity, and it's Azul, the stained glass of Sintra. It's Azul but on steroids in a sort. I don't know, it just gives you more manipulation that you can move your worker around and where you want to put your
You played it with Croa?
Yes. Okay. We played it wrong? Or?
Yes. Only one scoring.
Scoring!
Yes.
That's because
there's
I won.
An additional thing. Stained Glass of Sindra is amazing game.
Yeah,
I agree.
It really is. It's a step forward.
Yes. It's better, in my opinion, also than Azul. The thing that you did... never mind. It's a little different and you make it less easier.
So I guess we played it wrong, but even...
No, it's not... It's not wrong.
not a big
just
stuff.
scoring. It's only a little thing.
Scoring, but I won, so that means that I just might not be the winner in this game. No, I really like it. I like how everything works and how it's some sort of randomization you have with how your board will look at the start of the game. I just really liked it. I don't know why. I like it more than Azul, but I really like it.
Yes, it would come to my number. Okay.
Spoiler alert!
No, it's
Spoiler
not
alert!
actually on my list.
Oh,
it
no,
would
no.
be on my list.
It would be number
No.
11.
I was thinking about adding it, but
Yes.
as I said, there are many other games that are equally good, and I'm not so good at those stinky little
Okay.
games without team per se.
Yeah. So, okay, my number 10 is Azul Stained Glass of Sintra.
So, my number 9. My number 9 is a game I picked up at Essen. It was a Kickstarter. You played it a few days ago, I think. And
Oh, did
it's, yes, Gugong.
Google.
I really, really like this game as it has exceptional mechanics. It's quite simple to play. It doesn't last long, even in 4 players.
It goes up to
didn't play
5,
it.
right?
I didn't play it to 5, but yes. And I have the Kickstarter edition, which includes all the phenomenal wood tiles and.
Yeah. Kickstarter edition looks really
The
phenomenal.
game is quite simple. You just place a card, take a card, but in that aspect, that you have to plan your whole next turn. Actually, while you're
Yeah.
playing this turn, makes it a whole another level.
I like how when you pick up those cards, they go in your discard pile for the next round.
Yes,
So
and
if
those
you
will be your hand in the next.
and
round.
then, for example, the number 2 cards are extra scoring next round, but number 2 cards usually are not that good. Big numbers are good,
Big numbers are good.
except one can replace 9 and all that. It goes up to 9 numbers, but overall that mechanic was so interesting.
So interesting.
like that Raiders of the North Sea Raiders.
The Raiders
right?
of the North.
Do they have that put one worker, do the action, pick up another worker, do the action?
Yeah,
I'm always
Raiders.
confusing those
Raiders.
games, but that one, this was like, that reminded me of that, but it was like more interesting because you have to think about it. What card do you want to take?
It's
Does it have an
speedy.
ability? And the cards have ability that you want to take. It's just awesome.
Yeah, one more aspect of the game which I admire more and more in the games is because everything is written down on your sheet, on your
Player board,
player
sort
boards,
of.
everything. So the whole turn, the whole aspect, maybe you need a nudge and wink to the rules sometimes, but it's fluid, it's light, and I like it.
It goes like this.
Yes. Although it's not light for everybody. Keep in mind, we are gamers, we are hardcore gamers, and it's light in our case. So,
In our world of hardcore gaming, that's a light game.
well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I
I'm
can.
sorry.
Yeah, I would not introduce this game to a new player.
No,
No, I would not. I would
not in a
confuse- it
chance.
would
But for
confuse
us,
him.
it's a light
And it's
game.
really easy game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my
But so
number.
strategic.
9.
Number 9.
Yeah, Google.
And my number 9, let me just check it twice before I say it. Yeah. It's a game that I was surprised how much I liked it, and it's Tiny Epic Zombies. Tiny Epic Zombies.
I didn't play.
I know you still didn't play because you were kind of disappointed with Tiny Epic Quest.
Exceptionally disappointed.
Yeah, and I was kind of nor here nor there. I still want to give it more chance. But Tiny Epic Zombies, I still backed it because it's zombies. I like zombies and I cannot help
And you
myself
like
about
the
it.
Tiny Epic series? Actually.
Yes, and Tiny Epic series is really good. It was really a few great games. Galaxy is by far the best.
Yeah.
But Tiny Epic Zombies, I think you would really like it. I would even be bold to say it's the best zombie game. It best and captures that zombie team, and it
Wow.
doesn't last for like 4 hours a mission, and you have to have like bunch of miniatures. You don't need bunch of zombie miniatures to feel.
Wait. It's better than last night.
I would almost say this. I'm
likes Last Night
Last
on
Night
Earth.
on Earth. I think it really captures that feeling of that B zombie movies. Really capture, and this game captures that feeling also very, very much.
Plus, you can drive stuff with.
And you can drive. I know it's just
motorcycle.
like it gives you like some free moves, and then you return it like you are driving motorcycle through the shopping mall.
Yeah.
Basically, the game is contained in one shopping mall where you are running for resources. You have some missions depending what you choose. There are a bunch of missions. Then you pick randomly. And I was playing the zombie guy, the guy who you can play cooperatively
I
once
wanted to
against
say,
many.
there are 4, right?
Yes.
Player modes.
There are like 4 different player modes versus cooperative, full cooperative, semi cooperative, and one against all, that type of games. But I played that zombie guy,
Okay.
and I was harassing them all the time, like the players and everything. And at one point, I was cheering for them to win. Even though I will lose, but the game was so interesting. It was so phenomenal how they are trying to accomplish their goals, their missions, and it was like, it was really interesting seeing them. They were really working and talking together. It was really tense. It was like first time in a long time.
That's true.
Yeah, construction of words. I saw people playing cooperative game, and there was no alpha player. Everyone were cooperating. Everyone were trying to think of the best plan how to do something. They were all together against me, and it was so beautiful to see that when gamers unintentionally go so deep in a game and they just talk about, oh, we can do this, we can do that. It was a phenomenal experience, and I really liked it because of that. And it's a zombie game.
Yeah.
For the love of God, it's a zombie game. You have to love it. So yeah, my number 9 is Tiny Epic Zombies.
So my number 8 is a game also you didn't play. It's a legacy game. It's The Rise of Queensdale. After our playthrough of Charterstone, I was really curious about this one. It had legacy aspect, it has city building, it has dice rolling, but something I didn't expect because I went into it, I don't know,
Completely blind, like this
completely
type of
blind,
play, like
and there was some aspect that I was just wow. So first it's dice crafting. So
But wait, don't tell too much. It might be spoilerish.
I don't know. It's basic rules. You
Okay,
craft dice.
spoiler alerts.
Okay,
Alerts,
maybe.
more than one. Alerts.
I don't know. There's not too much talk about the game, but it's interesting that it's always somewhere in the lists of the best games, and we really enjoyed it. I think we played about 5 or 6 so far games of it, and the story is excellent. So people had issues, our playgroup, with Charterstone, that they didn't have enough meat, it was random, I don't know, there were some issues. Well, Rise of Queensdale fixes everything. Only thing that is different, Rise of Queensdale goes up to 4 players. So
I played Charterstone, but I didn't play this one, so I don't know how to compare it. But yeah, Charterstone kind of lacked a
bit of the meat, a bit of the story that is involved.
Something.
And this has everything. So yeah, Rise of Queensdale, number 8.
Okay, my number 8 is much lighter game than yours, but it has dice in it. And from the moment I played, it really captured me like great, awesome 2-player game. And it's Dice Throne Season 1.
Oh.
I would put also Dice Throne Season 2 probably on that list because it's more of the same, just with different characters, different abilities. But I still have it here unboxed. I am still waiting to film the unboxing. Yeah, I have a bunch of... I am so behind in games. Doesn't matter. Dice Throne Season 1.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal dice chucking 2-player, 1 versus 1 game. I have even a plan that we might film 1 versus 1. We'll see if we can make it happen. We won't promise anything, but it's so much fun. It's like 20, 25, 30 minute stops. It's just rolling dice, activating combos, hitting each other. You have a feeling like you are playing Mortal Kombat or Tekken or any of those games. Just 2 guys going at each other, fighting with different combos, abilities and whatnot.
Interesting.
And you have that super combo when you manage to all 6 dice show the same symbol, and then you do like gazillion of damage, and it's just awesome. I really like it. It has those dialers with health, which is so cool, that you don't have to have application or some cards that you mark how much health you have left. You just spin the dials left and right, and mark your health, which is really cool. And the season 2 is in a production quality even better, but I won't talk about that right now because I didn't play it. I played season 1, so yeah, Dice Throne season 1. If you like 2-player games with dice, get that one. It's good. It's great, not good. It's great. It is.
All right, number 7. Number 7 is a game that arrived early in the year, around February. You actually played it and you liked
I
it.
did. I did.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Shipwreck Arcana.
Shipwreck Arcana. Oh, those when you are trying to.
Yeah, you're trying
I
to.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
one.
it's a full cooperative experience. It's fast, it's light. You just have to conclude what the player in hand has the number, and the rest will win. It's really tinky game, but awesome production. Everything. I just love that game. I don't think you can buy it in retail though. So it's just a Kickstarter that I had at that time, and I still have it because I love it.
Yeah, it's
And,
a great game.
Yeah, Shipwreck Arcana, if you really like tinky games, cooperative games, card games, amazing experience.
And it's interesting watching people how they deduce which number you have.
Yeah, everybody
And
has
completely
a
on
bit
random
different.
because it's interesting how they deduce it and it's wrong. But
Yeah.
they are so sure that it's okay. He cannot have 2 because of this. I'm like, no, because then I would play on this card, not on this card. I have a 2 in my hand. Don't say. And they say, okay, flip number 2. You don't have that one. Okay, because you have to stay silent. You don't have you.
Exactly, you just
have the ability to tell them what you have,
two numbers,
right?
and you have to put one number on the cards that have some rules. Only place this if it's 5,
tell
4, 5,
people.
6, 7, or something like that. And the other people have to guess which number is in your hand. So it's tinky. It's tinky, and I like
and
it.
interesting.
One of the rare cooperative tinky games that
And it goes fast.
and goes fast. Yes.
Because people
That's
do
my-
lots of mistakes.
That's my number 7, Shipwreck Arcana.
Yeah, and my number 7 is game that I didn't thought I would really like that much. It looked interesting, but I haven't had like definitive thought about it. It's a Scorpius Freighter.
Oh,
Scorpius Freighter is a game where you are working together on smuggling resources stuff. I'm not really sure about the story of the game, but yeah, but you have your ship and you are delivering resources, stuff like that. And there are 3 main ships on a board which you are moving around and doing actions. And when they make a full circle, they have to that's like a mothership, and you have to be audited. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Audited.
yeah.
And then you have to give some resources because you are smuggling too much, and you have to
you are
pay
smuggled.
so you pay customs fees, and then you can proceed with the gameplay. And there are 3 different ships that you can move and do different actions, and not all those circles have the same actions.
I didn't know you like that.
Yeah, it is so interesting. Just because you are working together toward the end of the game.
Oh.
Like when one ship makes, depending on how much player you play, let's say you're playing 4 players, when the ship makes 6 circles, the
Okay.
game over. Who has the most points is the winner. And you have your crew that you can activate, they have special
Is that
abilities,
the
stuff like
effect
that.
of Cult of the New, because you played it?
No, I
Not
don't
so
think
long
that's an
ago.
effect of the Cult of the New, that's an effect of great gameplay.
And production?
Production is also okay. Yeah, the components are really nice. Thickness, and those little ships are in 3D, and they could basically be a cardboard moving around, but they are like miniature. It's really phenomenal how when you work with these ships and working them around, and at the end of the game, I was not ready to end the game because I needed to flip one of my characters because it would give me like 14 points if I just upgrade him.
Okay.
And I had like only 2 options because one ship, if I move it, it's a game over. And I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But through the game, I was the guy who pushed the most that ship because it had the actions that were working with my crew so well, because each crew is unique. And then that's what I like in a game, when you have to like think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. It was just phenomenal experience, and I really liked it. Scorpius Freighter.
Number 7.
7.
My number 6 is a game actually my girlfriend discovered, Anna,
Yes.
during
Essen.
April.
April.
I think April. It's draw and write game. Welcome to.
Welcome to where?
Yes.
Welcome to where?
Osijek.
Osijek.
Yes. Actually, just welcome to.
Where? I will do
Zagreb.
this. I will do this.
He's a troll. It's amazing blend of a dinky game.
Reveal and write it
Reveal and write
is actually a term someone just started using for these kinds of games. Because you don't roll anything, you reveal cards and then you write something.
Yeah, later during the year we also discovered Let's Make a Bus Route, that is essentially
Also,
that kind
reveal.
of a game. Reveal and right. So yeah, okay, but out of those two I chose Welcome to because it has a wider audience. You can actually play it, I don't know, up to 100 people, maybe more. How many those little tiles you have, sheets of paper you have. Actually, you're building your neighborhood, your city, and scoring points. Quite simple, the mechanic. You just pick a card, choose the number. After that, you do the ability, write it down in your paper, and
And if you have pool, you score extra points.
yes,
Amongst
simple,
other stuff.
nice.
Yeah,
a lot of
it's really-
players, fast.
A friend of
relatively
ours
fast.
and his girlfriend had to buy you like a new game. They played it. We have this con once a year and they played it like 10, 15 times just in one day. Like
Yeah.
paper after paper, game after game. Let's do this again. Let's do this again.
Yes,
It is really interesting, but I like the bus route more.
You
Just
like-
because, but
let's
just
make a
because
bus
of the
route.
interaction between players. Because when
It has
you
a
are
lot
making,
more, but you can only play it up to 4.
I know it
five-
goes up to
five-
four.
five?
No, I'm not sure, but I like the interaction on the map. How you are trying to connect, and I see where you are
Yes.
going, and I can go that street, so I make it crowded for
I
you.
agree,
And
but in consideration, again, I don't want to put too many games that you cannot buy at the moment because Let's Make a Bus Route, it's impossible to buy it as far as I know.
I
It's
heard that
only-
someone is picking it up.
That would be amazing. That
Yeah.
would be amazing because our friend, the same one, made his own copy. He
Yeah.
cut it down and yes,
Really?
he printed it down.
Oh, he didn't tell me about it.
yes.
Now that is
So-
interesting fact.
So if they, okay, I would put Let's Make a Bus Route if they make it available in Europe and US.
Next year, when we do
Next
roll
year,
and write
yes.
games, top 10 roll and reveal right games.
Reveal.
Reveal right games.
You actually write a lot.
Yeah.
My number 6.
And,
Welcome to.
And my number 6 is another game with dice. Not too
Ah,
many,
nice.
just 2 dice. It has
Hey.
just 2 dice, and it has spaceships. It's a space themed 2 dice game.
Oh,
It's
I know.
Called.
I know.
It's called.
Uh,
You don't know.
Yes, I know.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
It's called Space Base.
Yes.
Space Base is kind of like Machikoro. Everyone is comparing it to it, and it really is. But in here, somehow you feel like you are in control against Machikoro, because in Machikoro, when
I hate Machikoro.
I know why. I completely understand why people hate Machikoro, and I don't know why I don't hate it. Why I love it, really, because I really
You love Machikoro.
I love Machikoro.
You love when
When you
all
have
of
to
a sudden
pay to
everybody
everybody.
have to you
Yes.
have to pay for him to get him some coffee for
pay for him, pay for him,
food,
pay for him, stuff like that. I don't know why, but I like it.
It's because of the dice.
I think it's the group that I played it with, because we didn't play it competitively at all. We just had fun.
No, you have to relax, but I don't like
But
the game just because of that.
but some people decide in these kinds of games they wanna like go full serious and try to win.
You cannot.
You cannot, because you don't know what the dice will. Okay, we're not talking about Machikoro. Space Base is
Space
a
Base.
game similar to Machikoro, but you have spaceships that you are purchasing, and you have like this huge board with all the 12 possibilities of numbers. No, not 12. How many is there
10.
possibilities? No,
No?
You can also activate number 1, single die, or because you
Yeah, but same in the
when
Machikoro.
each round 1 is the active player and he's rolling 2 dice, and then you can decide, do you want to activate number 1 and 5 or number 6? You can activate 2 numbers separately on one, or one when you combine those 2 dice.
Yeah, I was thinking when I was
And there's
playing
like
Machikoro.
then there's 12. Yes, no more than 12.
okay.
6 plus 6 is 12. Yeah, there's 12 spaces.
But there are some differences, right? You have to put your ship then
Yeah,
there's
because
something up.
because it
below and
depends.
stuff.
Ships that are on your board are activated when you are playing, and when you are upgrade them on the when you attack them under the board, then they are activated on other player's turn.
Ah, yeah.
So you are always playing. Actually, you are never just sitting there watching, waiting your turn. And it's really fun. It goes fast. You have like money and resources and points, and the player who gets to 40 points is the winner. Stuff like that.
And it's done.
What?
And it's done.
It's done.
Okay.
But then it's like you don't play for points. You're just building your engine, and suddenly you're like points, and you are done.
I have to try
And
that.
yeah, you have to try it. It is really fun. It is more fun than Machikoro, and people don't steal that much from you as you would think.
That's the thing I don't like
know,
about
I know.
Machikoro. I love
Because-
Machikoro mechanism. I don't care if you get more points than I do. I just
know.
care a lot when everybody takes my money away.
I just finally have some money until it's my round. I lost it all because I have to give it to him to pay because he rolled 6 and this guy rolled 9 and he has buildings, so everyone has to pay him. Like,
Exactly.
I know, but Space Base is not like that. I don't know if it's Machikoro killer or not. I'm not talking about that. I really liked it, and I think it's a great game. Space Base.
My number 5 is a game we played
Where?
a few times already, and
Did I
it's,
play
Essen. Yes, and you like
On
it.
Essen?
Yes.
I played it on Essen.
No, you played it
Because
in,
I played only one game on
we-
Essen.
I played it on Essen,
Oh.
and I played it here, and then I played it again, and then I played it again with additional rules and stuff. But
Ooh.
we really
I
like it.
don't
It's
know.
Tales of Glory.
Tales of Glory. Oh, those dice. Those like Liar's Dice stuff.
No, Tales of Glory is the tile-laying game in which
Oh,
you are
no,
the
Tales
heroes.
of
You're
Glory.
making.
Oh,
your
I hate
own-
so much myself for forgetting. Oh, I forgot about that game because I don't have it.
Yeah, it's not
Because
good.
I don't have it and I forgot about it. Tales of Glory is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. You just bid,
Tell
but
me.
it's not a bidding game actually, because you have 8 tiles at your disposal, and then every player chooses a card out of 8. Whichever card they choose, they are picking that tile. If many players are picking the same tile, then that's the first player gets it. The other player gets the choose the others. You're actually making an adventure. You're sending your hero to defeat monsters, to equip themselves, to visit various locations, and you get points at the end by unlocking chests and stuff. It's quite a simple mechanism because you're
Very
interconnecting the tiles. It's actually just a tile-laying game, but it has tons of fun. Simple, anybody can play it, and various replayability. We even played it with additional rules, the quests.
No, I just played like the base game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The quests, you get 3 quests, you choose 2, and you can play them additionally during your turn, whenever, before or after you pick your tile. Amazing. I just
And if you
love
have the
game.
group that's like into storytelling, you could even like
Yes, you
fool
can say,
around
oh
and-
look,
oh.
he got a hammer, now he smacked that demon and stuff. Nice. I really, really like it a lot. Tales of Glory.
my playmat is dirty and I don't know from what, and I'm like, it's going to bother me rest of the video. Sorry.
So my
Okay,
number 5.
yeah, number 5.
Tales of Glory.
Yeah, Tales of Glory. Great game. It really is. It's so much fun how you're trying to connect the keys and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. I just completely forgot about it because I don't have it. It's like.
It's okay. That's how we roll.
But my number 5 is also a really great game that I played with my wife exclusively. It's a 2-player game. You can play it with 4 players, 3 players, but you want to play a 2-player game, and it's Chronicles of Crime. Chronicles of Crime. It's an app-assisted game.
So she liked it.
Yeah, she really did. Yes, she really did.
I thought so.
And she liked that part where we were trying to find the clues. She's like, "Well, can I look for the clues?" I mean, like I want to do it too. But okay, you do it. Okay. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard
in
so many
Chronicles
good
of Crime, it's an app-assisted game. You are trying to solve the case, usually a murder case.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is murdered. Why? What? Why? Because.
Isn't it
what?
always a murder? No.
What?
I thought it's always a murder.
I don't know because we didn't play all the scenarios yet, but all from those that we played, it was always someone is murdered. It's really interesting. Like you are playing like Poirot, but without fake mustaches. And yeah, it's an app assisted, so when you are go to crime scene, you have these glasses that you can use, but you can go without them. And you can scan the area. You have like this augmented reality or whatever it is called. You have to move 360, watch all around for clues, and trying to deduce who is the killer, why the victim was killed. And after you interrogate few people, search for clues on some locations, You go to the chief and say you want to solve the case. He asks you some questions and you give him answers. And then you got scored. Basically, we always got score over 100. Like we are so good.
So
like we are. I don't know if it's that good. But we got like 120 or over 100. So
yeah,
I
actually,
think
you
good.
had also the history with those kind of games. You like the Unlock series a lot.
Yes,
right?
yes. Unlock series.
This is perfect.
Those that are not, and the cases are fairly easy. They're not that complicated, convoluted. It's really easy. Just go around, ask few people, try to deduce few stuff from what they told you. It's really interesting game. And you have these barcodes that you scan, those QR codes that you are scanning for cards, locations that you want to travel between it. It's
and
mostly on it.
That you want to talk
yes,
with.
because you can scale location, then it says there's people here, you scan the people, you talk to people. It's really awesome puzzle solving case, murder, crime, mystery, drama, romance, everything. That's my number, what, 5? Yes. 5, Chronicles of Crime.
And it's time for number 4. My number 4 is one that I think... No, I don't think we'll have any crossovers actually.
Do you?
Yes. So, number 4 is a game that you... If you played, you would like it a lot. But really a lot.
I think I know what you are talking about.
Come on, try.
Monster Slaughter.
No. Underwater Cities.
That was my second choice.
Oh?
Yeah.
So, Underwater Cities, for all the lovers of Terraforming Mars, forgive me. But if you listen to a lot of really gamers, for example, I was looking at Rados 2018 and he said it the same. I was looking at Jason's list and he said it the same. It almost completely replaced Terraforming Mars. Underwater Cities is a card game. You didn't play it.
I know, but I still say never.
It has, first of all, it has artwork that is consistent throughout the team and throughout the game.
Okay.
Next,
that could be replaced.
Next, it's not so much player versus player, how much you are building your tableau, because everybody has its own underwater cities, own metropolis, in which you are building your whole habitats, laboratories and everything. And the card play is a lot more interesting because it's not just play a card, do something that the card says. You have cards that you are activating on particular fields. You're essentially blocking other players. But if you're playing on another color, you can activate both the card and the ability. So it's a lot more interesting. The only issue I have with the game is it lasts with 4 players, 3.5 hours, but
if you set your mind to it,
it's worth it. It's worth it. It's a fantastic game. Everybody.
I didn't really have a chance to play it right because bringing to a club that big game is really
no, it's not so much because it lasts for 3.5 hours. You have to be invested in it. You cannot just walk away from this game and come back and say, "Oh, I have everything under control." No. This is a game that you need to focus.
I will like it a lot.
Yes, so that's my number 4, Underwater Cities.
Underwater Cities. And my number 4 is a crossover. Ha! I tricked you. What is it? What is it? Gugong. Yeah, you heard me how I talk about it. Oh my god, it's so awesome. I was like a little fanboy. No, yeah, Gugong is really an awesome game. That card mechanic got me so much. I mean, it's so simple yet so strategic. How you have to.
It's incredibly strategic, especially if you start to think about the additional workers that you can get based on the numbers that you have in your discard.
What will you have in your next turn? Like, for example, I want to go on that wall thingy and build stuff on there, and I have to take this card because it gives me extra wall action. And if you play it on wall, you get 2 wall actions, for example. And is it bigger number? Is it lower number?
One additional thing, you can play it on many various ways to win, because in the part that usually is the most difficult to explain is the trading merchant ships, right? Yeah. Where you put 3 things. When you put it, you get an additional thing. Let's say it. Would you pick a worker? that it's double worker,
Yeah.
would you pick an additional card, which is the additional
Additional
which you took, or you just take the victory point because I saw strategy and it pays off also on
Yeah,
that too.
because you can have that one, each 3
3
points
times,
are
yes.
worth 1 extra point, you can go for that, but I went all in for cards.
It's
extra
actually
cards.
based on which are the laws. I call them the laws. I'm not sure
Yeah.
how they are named. I love it.
So yeah, we already talked about it. Gugong is really phenomenal game. It is really so, it feels like fresh and new and not a recycle of anything.
Of anything. Mechanisms
It really
plus
doesn't
the
feel
board
like
plus
that. I mean, you can compare it like we did with Raiders of the North Sea.
in
with
the
that-
worker aspect,
in a
but
worker
not in the
aspect,
card play.
But it's completely different card play. It's just in that play the card, pick up a card.
It's so simple.
So simple.
Um,
Why can I think of something like that and be a famous designer? Yeah, whatever. Gugong is really interesting game. It's really interesting game. It's my number 4. Go check it out. It's cool. Gugong.
Number 3. Number 3 is a game that is actually a reprint. I think this is the 4th edition. I'm not sure. But I love it so much. I played it all.
A reprint.
I think it's
so we are
my second most played.
So we are putting reprints.
It's the best game of 2018. I don't care how it came to be 2018.
But it's 4th reprint, so it's like from what?
1990? I don't know, but I think it's my second most played game of this year.
Does it missing a letter
No,
in its title?
no,
Okay.
it's History of the World.
History of the world.
You still didn't play, right?
No, I still didn't play.
I love it. So History of the World is a game in which you are actually going through history from the earliest
world.
civilizations like Egypt, Babylon, Syria, Mesopotamia, that's all everything down there in the Euphrates and Tigris, all the way to the 1918, I think, to the First World War. You're driving various civilizations. It's very similar to the Small World, right? So I'm not sure which one picked which one first, right? Was it
I
History of the
think-
World first edition, then it came Small World and stuff,
But
and then
Small
it
World
came,
is, I think, a reprint, sort of reprint of that Vinci or
yeah, so
something like that.
in its aspect, that is the core, but the best part is the draft. You're drafting, so there are 2 types of cards. There are actions and there are civilizations. The first player that drafts the actions is the player with the most points in the previous. So we check out the points. The player that has the most points, he first drafts the actions. But the civilizations are drafted from the back end. So from the lowest player with the lowest victory points, he drafts first the civilizations.
Okay.
So it's quite interesting when it comes to the last, he doesn't know which civilization he will get. Also, the first that got the drafted civilization, he doesn't know what action he will get. So it's very strategic and thematic game. I love it.
Never played it. But I want to.
History of the World, my number 3.
History of the world. And my number 3 is not History of the World. It's a game with lots of dice in it. And you go on a missions and you kill monsters and conquer lands
What?
and watch castles
You
and
like
stuff
it so
like
much.
that. Yes, I have to double check it. It's Monsterlands. Monsterlands is awesome. It really resembles, we are constantly comparing games to other games, but it is what it is. It really resembles Champions of Midgard, but not enough to call it the same, at least for me, because
Only thing that is the same, you put dice and you defeat monsters.
yeah, but
And that's it.
that's the like core mechanic of the
No.
Champions of Midgard.
I
But
think you
in
are
Champions,
mistaken because in
Champions you
Midgard,
can
the
lose
core
dice.
is, the core is put worker, get some resources.
No,
Then-
put dice.
But
Get some
put dice-
resources.
I mean, workers die.
Yeah.
You put and you get resources. And here you don't get resources. You kill monsters.
And shields which are used as resources to defend you, like you have to feed, you have to defend here. Doesn't matter. It is resembling sort of, let's call it sort of. Stop it. I will doodle on you.
Okay.
Yeah, so Monsterland, it is. I had. I mean, we played it like we missed few rules and all that, but
As usual.
as usual, as always. But because the game has a lots of small rules that are not written anywhere, so you have to be aware of them. There's no like that little cheat sheet that tells you all those small little bits. So I would like if that was in a game, but doesn't matter. Overall, you are buying heroes that gives you dice. You get dice through all kinds of different parts of the board, and then you go and fight the monsters. And the great thing is that I had a lot of fun with is at first when you are starting to play the game, you want to capture the monster.
Correct.
Because that way you get some abilities and stuff. And just later in the game, when the game ends is near, you want to kill them because that's the way how you get more points. And trying to capture them and doing them like, for example, 15 damage to capture or 18 to kill it.
Yeah, actually,
Those
we
three.
had a huge discussion at the start of the game because we
Yeah.
didn't understand. Isn't it harder to capture a monster, right?
Yeah,
and we
right.
thought when we saw the board, well, this is not logical.
But
Later on, you
after few
understand.
rounds, you understand why you want to. And hitting between
Yeah.
15 and 18, those 3 points can be so hard sometimes. Like, I want to capture it. I'm okay. I just need one more dice. You roll the dice, and he's dead. And he's dead. Okay, but I got points. But I don't have any abilities for the next round, and no other players. Like I'm getting 6 yellow, 4 purple, red dice, whatever items, stuff like that, and you are just like sitting there. Yeah, I killed a monster. Yeah, that's good. But it was really fun,
Yeah.
and you have these heroes that you send on missions to kill monsters or conquer lands. And there are those small missions just where
Small
you have
missions,
to
yeah.
give few dice and
Just
get
put
some
dice.
and you can earn some pretty nice points.
Yes.
I liked how there is different ways that you can go and win some points. You don't.
Yeah.
You could completely skip some parts of the game and just go for some other parts like defending the castle or something like that.
Yeah, we actually didn't defend the castle.
Yeah, Herway mostly defended the castle.
Ah.
He was our shiny knight defender.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
bother about it that much. Like,
Yeah,
like block us from something.
Well, you know what I loved? I loved that game provides us with the parts where you think you're very smart at the moment. Because I had that moment when I discovered that you can just send a hero after somebody defeats a hero just to get the reward of the
Yes.
field. You know, and I was like, I'm so smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 rewards, and then he fails to kill it, and you have to fight it,
That's
and then you lose.
That's the completely hilarious and comedic part where somebody fails and you expected them to win actually, and then you get to fight those nasty giants or dragons.
Herway was going first
No,
to kill the
actually,
monster.
I think you were going for.
I think he was going to kill the monster. I was going for a land, so I can.
And I was
connect
just
it.
going for a reward.
And yeah, and me and Herway, we failed to kill it, so he had to fight it, and nobody gets reward for anything. It was just really awesome, and I like it. It's just rolling dice all over the place,
Shiny dice, huge
activating
board.
abilities. I like that stuff,
Yes,
that kind of
yes.
games. So yeah, Monsterlands, and it has a great expansion. You can bring a catapult with you to a fight, and you can even hide behind it to get some
That's
defense
expansion.
points. Yeah, that's expansion.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't play that one, but I know the rules for it because I'm surprised.
My number two. My number two is a card game a friend introduced to me. Right? I was mesmerized.
Smitten. Were you
Such
smitten by it?
such an amazing artwork.
Yeah.
Ease of play. It's everything again. Sorry, Terraforming Mars. Another game that I like it more than you. It's something that I liked so much that I instantly backed it on Kickstarter when it came with the expansion. Do you know which one?
Everdale.
Yes.
I didn't know until you said this last sentence. I was completely oblivious. What game it is.
Everdale has
Big tree.
a big tree. Okay, has a big tree. So
But
what-
it's not used like for anything.
it holds three, I think 3 or 4 or 5 those goals that you can pick up.
deck holder.
No, actually, it just
Ah,
holds
okay.
5 cards. I think
Oh.
that's all.
It's a
Yeah,
card
those are some
holder.
kind of a goals. You actually don't need it at all, but
It looks nice on a
but,
table.
but as a Kickstarter add-on, you could buy a wooden tree. It's because this is made of carton and paper and stuff, but you can buy a wooden, and I did.
Of course.
I liked it so much. It's quite easy to explain. It has various cards that are interconnected. It's not like Terraforming Mars or Underwater Cities, in which each card is different. There are multiple cards with the same abilities, but with a team that is just forest animals. How do you call them? There's some word for it.
Anthropomorphic.
Correct.
That look like human animals.
Yeah,
Anthropomorphic
and they are working
animals.
something, and you get to pick up some stuff. You get to employ them. You get to build your tableau, and when your engine is working, because it's an engine builder, it's amazing. It's amazing feeling, and you always feel like you accomplished something when you are playing this game. It's a game. It's actually a feeling I always find, right, in the games that I love at the end of the year. Is that feeling that you accomplish something, you are happy with your game,
Like
you're happy with
wow.
yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I love. Thank you, Herwe, once again for this game. It's an amazing game.
He's not watching my videos. He's not. He's not even a subscriber.
Okay.
Now he's like, I'm watching you.
But thank you. Everdell is an
Fishing
amazing
for
game.
attention.
My number 2.
Just kidding. I never played it. I cannot say anything about it again. It has 3. It looks interesting. I have to play it once sometime. Okay, my number 2. Oh, I didn't talk about it, so I cannot cross it off yet. My number 2 is a game that has lots of dice in it. Another one, yes, it's like top 10 dice
I
games.
cannot even guess anymore.
Yeah,
Because every
I
time
know.
he says it, dice.
You have a problem with Kickstarter. I have a problem with dice. It's
true.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
my number 2 is Too Many Bones Undertow.
Oh,
It's a standalone expansion that can be
He's
played.
cheating.
It's a 2-player game, basically.
you're cheating
Why?
because it's an expansion.
No, it's not. It's a standalone game. You can play it completely on your own.
No, it's
you
okay. I
you don't
had
have to
History of the
have
Worlds.
everything. You don't have to have everything else for the Too Many Bones.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get characters and play the game in 4 players if you want to.
I played it finally.
Yeah.
And I agree, it's an amazing game.
It's
but
really,
I have one problem with that.
yeah, I know, it's a learning curve.
Learning curve
It's
is like
not like on an angle, just straight up.
yeah. If you're
Yeah.
planning to play this game, please, you don't have to even give the rules to a player. Just give them that player sheet of a character he will gonna play, just to understand the ability that he has and the tree, how it
and
rules.
how it works and everything. I agree.
I was like, and I'm an experienced gamer. I was like,
what if I go there, do this? But the game is really fun. Those cute little stories that you get on the cards, like just one card that tells you so much story and everything when the battle starts and you decide what you want to do, the A or B. You always have like 2 options. Mostly you have 2 options. It's really phenomenal. If you like Too Many Bones, you will like this one. If you like this one, you will like Too Many Bones. It's just extra characters, extra stories and everything. And components are out of this world.
Yeah, amazing.
Only game you can shower with and not get ruined. Yeah, I mean, who wants? You don't know what people do in a shower.
yeah, they bring their playmats to scrub.
Yeah, you bring playmat and you just go through solo mission really quickly before the hot water runs out. like just quickly, 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot to bathe. Yeah, it's Too Many Bones, Undertow. You get new characters, new stuff, bunch of new dice and everything. It's awesome game, but not like my number 1.
Number 1. Number 1. My most played game of this year. I wanted to play it every day. I had issue with traveling for this year, and I didn't get to play so much games as previous years. But still, I got to play this game at least 10 times. Every time I lost, and it's my number 1.
Wait. Every time you lost, you played like 10 times.
Yeah.
It's a cooperative game.
No.
Oh, you mean you lost? You didn't win it.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't the winner.
Wait,
And,
do I
all
have
my
it?
friends love it that played it.
Do I have it?
No.
Then I don't know what it is.
Well, it's quite simple. You already mentioned it.
It's a crossover.
No, you already mentioned it.
I like
That I will have it on my list. Quite
No.
simple.
I completely don't know. I ramble a lot.
Endeavor, Age of Sail.
Endeavor. Oh, does it miss a letter? Yeah, that was the hint.
Yes.
Right.
So,
Endeavor.
Endeavor,
Is your
Age
number
of
one?
Sail is my number
I
1.
thought about it. It's like 12.
I I usually don't like those kind of games in which
Even though it's a
you are
reprint.
just putting stuff. Oh, yeah, again a reprint.
Yeah.
But this one,
They put few new stuffs and like it's new
that's
game.
something
No, it's not.
like an old but gold, pure gold, because you're playing this game. You have tons of choices, tons of options that you
And
can
yet
do.
it's simple decisions, but so strategic.
Simple, so strategic.
It has the feel of an old game.
Yes.
When there was no luck, just pure decision and what other players are doing, you are trying to play off that.
And still you have those thematic ties in which you are almost exploring the whole world, making trade deals. Your engine is actually building in that game, which is an additional aspect. And I don't know, the whole Endeavor Age of Sail, especially because I have that Kickstarter deal with which you have those wooden pieces, plastic. I don't know. I played it so many times. I'm still trying to win it because I have so many expansions, and I told the group that I will play expansions when I win the game, the core game. So.
It's a legacy. You unlock an expansion when you win the game.
Yes. And I love it. Endeavor Age of Sail is my number one for
Legacy.
this year, and I love it.
Age of Sail Legacy.
Age of Sail,
Legacy edition.
Slaven edition.
Slaven edition.
Yeah, my number one.
My number one is sort of a reprint, but it's not.
Okay, I know which one.
No, you don't. Oh,
Yes.
because you saw my
No,
my
I
list.
know because it's simple. It's brass.
Yes, it's Brest Birmingham because it's not Lincolnshire.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this will also be the same thing as in my first number one. Daniel will also have a reprint, but
It is not a reprint because Birmingham is completely new map with different things you do.
Completely different.
Yeah, completely different. You don't have ships. You have these alcohol beverages, whatever you are smuggling around and transporting. Yeah, Brest is an old game, right? It just got reprinted, but I also created a whole new game in the same universe system, how you ever want to call it, and it's really awesome game. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I like it so much because usually I like games that are more flashy, more vibrant with colors. It's like if it's neon, it's what Damba likes. But this one is so muted down, but yet those colors are so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. And then again, there is lots of interaction between players. First time you play it, like you put your coal and you don't want anyone to touch it. You want your coal for you. And then you realize, but I want everyone to buy my coal because then I get to flip the building and earn like gazillion of points.
Martin Wallace.
Yeah, and that
design,
when you are trying to oh my god, I'm lost for words. Usually in the games, when you are building something, you are building it for yourself. But over here, you don't build for yourself. You want to build for others to use.
That's actually
because
across
that's
his
how you,
games.
and when you're
design.
trying to switch mentally and you just can't. And I like that game is forcing me like to think outside of the box, for example.
The same design, I think you didn't play Via Nebula. The same design, I have it. It's the same thing. You always think for yourself, but in essence, you're working for everybody.
For everybody, you're trying to set it up like I put coal. Then when I realized what I had to do, and I put like this coal over here, and everyone has to pick from the nearest. And just everyone, because I put it like way too far, everyone just built near to the place where we are mostly developing, and like my coal is sitting there all alone, nobody wants it, and I'm like, go take it, and I'm like, I'll build here coal, and then I'm building, and because I have to build over there, I have to take their coal, not mine, and it was just a phenomenal experience, and I want to play it more and more and more and more and more. Give me more of brass. Oh. Yeah, that is that. Sheesh. Now I remember this being much easier talking about 10 games than it is. I'm out of the form. Yeah, so that is it. That is what we liked in this year. Yeah. We didn't play like a bunch of different games. I didn't play Monster Slaughter, Underwater Cities, Sword Crafters. I'm really interested in
Treasure Island,
Steamfall, Treasure Island. Western Legends. There's like a bajillion games I didn't play that I think that would probably be on this list. we could probably make top 30 and I would still be like, oh my god, but I wanted this
Yes.
one on the list, but I can't because this one is better. Yeah. So thank you guys, girls, for watching. Tell us in the comments below if you're agreeing with us or not.
Make your own list.
Make your own list. One guy did. It was like awesome. One guy just came and completely commented on our top 10 dice games, I think.
Correct. Many people, not just one.
No, but he just like, Daniel, you're number 10, comment. Slaven, you're number 10, comment. I was like, what the hell? I mean, I appreciate it very much, but I was like, really, he has time for that. It's so surreal. I wish I would have time.
Thank you for that comment.
Thank you for that. Right. I'm telling it in a positive way. Everyone should do that. So we have lots of things to read and comment you right back at it. Yeah. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you in 2019, I guess.
Holidays. Bye.
Bye.